Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Honorable Miss Tukurnia Kurniawati MPD and Miss Fatin Anjani Hilman MPD as our lecturer and our audience in happiness. Now we are from group 9. We'll explain about grouping student. The member are Salsa Nabila dengan NIM 120204117, Umi Kalsum Nur Aini dengan NIM 120204137, dan saya sendiri, Wafia Fitusudiko dengan NIM 120204139. Selanjutnya, saya sendiri akan menjelaskan tentang world class teaching. World class teaching, when people think of teaching and learning, they frequently conjure up a picture of students sitting in rows listening to a teacher who stands in front of them. For many, this is what teaching means, and it is still the most common teacher-student interaction in many cultures. And there are focus grouping like this have both practical advantages and disadvantages. The advantage of world-class grouping is it reinforces a sense of belonging among the group members, something which we as teachers need to foster. And the second, it is suitable for activities where the teacher is acting as controller. And the third is it allows teachers to go the mood of the class in general rather than on an individual basis. It is a good way for us to get a general understanding of student progress. And last, it is the preferred class style in many educational settings where students and teachers feel secure when the whole class is working in lockstep and under the direct authority of the teacher. And the disadvantage of world-class grouping are, the first is it favors the group rather than the individual. The second, individual students don't have much of chance to say anything on their own. And the third, many students are disinclined to participate in front of the whole class, since to do so brings within the risk of public failure. And the next, it may not encourage students to take responsibility for their own learning. And last, it is not the best way to organize communicative language teaching, or specifically task-based sequence. Communication between individuals is more difficult in a group of 20 or 30 than it is in groups of 4 or 5. The next, teaching all group classes. There are 4 fixtures. The first is orderly rows. There are considerable advantages to orderly row setting. The teacher has a clear view of all the student, and the student can all see the teacher. Lecturing is easier with such as seating arrangement, since it enables the teacher to maintain a contact with the people he or she is talking to. Orderly Rows allow the teacher to work with the whole class. Some activities are especially suited to this kind of organization, such as explaining a grammar point, watching a video or DVD or a PowerPoint, or other computer-based presentation, or using the board on overhead projector. It is also useful when students are involved in certain kinds of language practice. If all the students are focused on a task at the same time, the whole class gets some message. It is often easier to create a good whole class dynamic when students are sitting as one group. There than many in other rows. And the two other common seating arrangements are circle, and horseshoe. These are especially appreciated for smaller groups, fewer than 20 students. In a horseshoe class, the teacher will probably be at the open end of the arrangement since that may well be where the board, overhead projector, and or computer are situated in a circle. The teacher position where the board is situated is less dominating. Classes which are arranged in a circle make quite a strong statement about what the teacher and the student believe in. With all the people in the room sitting in a circle, there is a far greater feeling of equality than when the teacher stays out of the front. This may not be quite so true of the horseshoe shape, where the teacher is often located in commanding position. But even here the rigidity that comes with orderly rows, for example, recent with horseshoe and circle setting, the classroom is more intimate place and the potential for students to share feelings and information through talking. Eye contact and expressive body movements is far greater than when they are sitting in row, one behind the other. And a huge advantage of spare table, this is a spare table, is that group work is easy to arrange. Indeed, such an arrangement means that group work is likely to be far more common than with other kinds of sitting. Jadi lebih mudah buat bekerja sama. Separate table sitting is especially useful in mixed ability classes, where different groups of students can benefit from concentrating on different tasks, and spare tables are more difficult to teach to involve group activities, depending of course on the size of the room and the group. It is also important to bear in mind that students may not want to be stuck with the same 3 or 4 students forever. Nevertheless, when students are working together, such a sitting arrangement is ideal. It's ideal. There are other ways of sitting students, of course. For example, such as enemy corners, where two groups get in the opposite corners of the room, in teams and face-to-face or back-to-back, where students sit in rows to make pairs. The point of all this different sitting and standing arrangement is that we should choose the best one for the student, and especially the task, insofar as we can make a general statement about it. It is worth pointing out that, where possible, frame the seating arrangement will make our lesson more dynamic and enjoyable. The next is student on their own. At the opposite and of the spectrum, while class grouping is the idea of student on their own, working in a pattern of individualized learning. This can range from students doing exercise on their own in class to situation in which teachers are able to spend time working with individual students, or when students take charge of their own learning in self-access. And there are ada kelebihan dan kekurangannya juga. Advantage of individuals learning are, the first is it allows teacher to respond to individual student difference in terms of pace of learning style, and preference. And the second, it is likely to be less stressful for students than performing in a world-class setting or talking in pairs or groups. And third, it can develop learner autonomy and promote skills of self-reliance and investigation over teacher dependence. And fourth, it can be a way of restoring peace and tranquility to a noisy and chaotic classroom. And the disadvantage of individual learning, the first is it doesn't help a class develop a sense of belonging. It does not encourage cooperation in which students may be able to help and motivate each other. And the second, when combined with giving individual students different tasks, it means a great deal more thorough and material preparation than what class teaching involves. When we work with individual students as a tutor or research, it takes much more time than interacting with the whole class. And the next, we'll explain with Umi Kasem.
Thank you, moderator. Dalam grouping of students, guru bisa menggunakan pair works atau membuat kelompok belajar dengan cara berpasangan. Nah, dalam pair work, siswa dapat berlatih bahasa bersama, mempelajari teks, meneliti bahasa, menulis dialog, memprediksi isi teks bacaan, atau membandingkan catatan tentang apa yang telah mereka dengarkan ataupun mereka lihat. Metode pair work ini memiliki kelebihan dan kekurangannya tersendiri, yang mana kelebihannya itu yang pertama, meningkatkan jumlah waktu berbicara yang didapat setiap siswa di kelas, memungkinkan siswa untuk bekerja dan berinteraksi secara mandiri tanpa bimbingan yang diperlukan guru, sehingga mendorong kemandirian peserta didik. Memungkinkan waktu guru untuk bekerja dengan satu atau dua pasangan, sementara siswa lain melanjutkan pekerjaan mereka. Dan dengan menggunakan metode pair work ini, waktu menjadi relatif cepat serta mudah diatur. Next slide, please. Adapun kekurangan dari pair work, yang pertama adalah kerja sama berpasangan seringkali menimbulkan kebisingan. Yang kedua, ketika pair work berlangsung, seringkali para pelajar menyimpang dari inti pembelajaran atau mereka malah berbicara atau membicarakan tentang hal lain selain topik diskusi yang diperintahkan. Selanjutnya, Banyak dari mereka yang merasa lebih suka berinteraksi kepada guru sebagai individu daripada berinteraksi dengan siswa lain yang mungkin secara linguistik sama lemahnya seperti mereka. Selanjutnya, pilihan pasangan yang sebenarnya bisa menjadi masalah, terutama jika siswa sering menemukan diri mereka bekerja dengan seseorang yang mereka tidak sukai. Next slide, please. Selanjutnya ada group work. Group work itu hampir sama dengan pair work, tetapi group work ini memiliki cakupan yang lebih luas dan juga menempatkan siswa dalam kelompok yang lebih besar. Nah, dengan group of work, peserta didik bisa belajar bermain peran situasi yang melibatkan 5 orang ataupun lebih. Mereka bisa mempersiapkan presentasi atau mendiskusikan masalah sampai pada keputusan bersama. Sama halnya dengan pair work, group work juga memiliki kelebihan dan kekurangannya tersendiri. Di antara kelebihannya, yang pertama, meningkatkan jumlah kesempatan berbicara untuk siswa individu. Yang kedua, karena ada lebih dari 2 orang di dalam satu grup, maka hubungan yang bersifat pribadi biasanya tidak terlalu bermasalah. Kemudian, mendorong kolaborasi dan keterampilan negosiasi yang lebih luas daripada pair work. Mempromosikan otonomi belajar dengan memungkinkan siswa untuk membuat keputusan sendiri dalam kelompok tanpa diberitahu apa yang harus dilakukan oleh guru. Kemudian, siswa juga dapat memilih tingkat partisipasi mereka lebih mudah daripada di situasi seluruh kelas ataupun berpasangan. Next slide, please. Nah, untuk kekurangannya sendiri, group of work ini yang pertama, tidak semua siswa menikmati kegiatan group work karena terkadang sebagian dari mereka itu lebih suka fokus terhadap guru daripada bekerja dengan rekan-rekan mereka. Yang kedua, adanya peluang menimbulkan kebisingan. Yang ketiga, individu dapat jatuh kepada peran kelompok yang menjadi pasif sehingga beberapa siswa menjadi pasif sedangkan yang lainnya mungkin mendominasi. Dan yang terakhir, pengorganisasian grup membutuhkan waktu lebih lama daripada pair work. Next slide. Organizing pair work and group work. Nah, sebagai seorang guru, kita harus bisa mengorganisir group work and pair work dan memastikan kegiatan pair work dan juga pair work ini berjalan dengan baik akan lebih mudah jika kita memiliki ide yang jelas tentang bagaimana mengatasi setiap masalah yang mungkin terjadi. Making it work. Untuk membuat kelompok belajar atau diskusi berjalan, guru harus mengetahui apa yang disukai dan tidak disukai oleh mereka. Hal ini dilakukan agar guru bisa membuat kelompok belajar yang sesuai dengan mereka, sehingga para pelajar bisa lebih menikmati kegiatan belajar mengajar dan lebih mudah dalam memahami materi yang diberikan. Contohnya, guru bisa menyusun grup work. Di samping itu, para pelajar juga bisa menuliskan mengenai hal yang lebih mereka sukai, seperti apakah mereka lebih suka belajar secara berkelompok, ataukah belajar secara sendiri atau individual. Nah, dengan melakukan hal ini, guru bisa membuat kelompok belajar yang efektif untuk para peserta didik sehingga mereka bisa lebih menikmati kegiatan belajar mengajar yang dilakukan oleh pengajar. Sekian dari saya, terima kasih. Saya kembalikan kepada moderator.
Okay, thank you very much, Kami Kalsum. And the next will explain by Halfanabi.
Thank you for moderator. Now I will explain creating pairs and group. We can decide how to put individual students into pairs or groups according to first, friendship. Through observation, we can see which students get on with which of their classmates. Sociogram, students are asked to write who they like and don't like working to it. Next slide. Next, procedures for pair work and group work. Before, students need to feel enthusiastic about what they are going to do. Students should understand and agree on what the task is. The success of pair work tasks is often helped by giving students a time when the activity should finish and thus sticking to it. Next, during, stand at the front of the side of the class and keep an eye on what is happening, to go around the class watching and listening in the front and discussions when we think it is appropriate or necessary, to pick up information about students' projects. Next, after, we need to organize feedback. We want to let them discuss what occurred during the group work session and at our own assessment and make correction when necessary. Constructive feedback and change students with future motivation. Next, last, troubleshooting. Finishing first, boredom, the motivation. We can give them a short little task to complete while they are waiting. And last, accord. We may need to change the pairs or groups. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Salsa Nabila. And maybe that's all from our group. Sorry for our mistake, and thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.